Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we'll be summoning on the Book 4 mid Mirabilis and More banner, also known as the Almost Awakening banner. Um, I'm gonna be summoning on all the units, and basically I'm just gonna summon till I get my 40 and get my free unit, which will be Mirabilis. Even if I get another Mirabilis, I will. Mythic Heroes are worth merging. And Mirabilis' prey is a dancer for defense, which means she both helps you score and is a dancer, so she's uh, great. We are gonna be summoning on all three colors. There's no colorless, so we'll be skipping all colorless. And whatever we get, whatever we get. I did not expect to be summoning again so soon. And this is probably the last time I'll be summoning in a while, bearing whatever the legendary hero being amazing or something. But yeah, let's get started. Again, I'll summon till I get the 40, and if I have a really high pity rate, I summon a little bit after that, but that's pretty much it. So we get 10 free summons, and there's no colorless, so we can go full circle. This banner is pretty good. Anna is like the first lance infantry we got in forever. I believe the last infantry lance that got added to the normal summoning pool was what's his name? Shiro, and he was like 2017, I want to say. So it's been a while since we got a lance infantry added to the pool. The only other lance infantry we have gotten that is not a special unit, but it kind of is a special unit, is of course Duo Ephraim. And Duo Ephraim is of course a dual hero, so I did not actually check to see my barrack space, so that might prove to be a problem. So yeah, I already did all the forging bonds, just enough to get the tickets. I haven't actually finished forging bonds, but I'm liking what they've been doing with forging bonds lately, like allow different units from different worlds to interact. Like this one, I think a while back, we found out a group called Chop, which is all about Axemen, like big burly Axemen, and then Edelgard came in over and took over Chop as the new leader of Chop, which is hilarious. Well, in this one, we get introduced to a group that is all queens. You got Queen of Nord, Camilla, Queen of Dane, Mikaya, the Queen of Hoshido, what's her name? Corin's mom. Name escapes me at the moment. But yeah, and then you have the Empress of Begnion, the Apostle, Sanaki, and of course, because this banner introduces, this whole midway point gives us Emerin, and she's the Queen Exalt. So she's also a queen, and I think there was one more, but I can't remember who it was at this moment. Pretty sure there was one more. But yeah, it's like all these royalty queens, and I like they have these little groups into the game, like kind of give a little more lore to the game. And why did I summon a colorless? I was talking and not paying attention to what I summoned. But yeah, So I like this whole world building that they've been doing with forging bonds, and then you have Yilger and Mustafa, which brings into question some things about Yilger, because she's why does she hang out with big burly men? Like you have her hanging out with Helbindi in the main story, and then she also comes in the summer event with Helbindi, and now she's with Mustafa, which okay. And then I haven't finished his story, but like there's something going on with him with Chrome and his legendary Chrome, the one we see on the story, and it's pretty cool. And then you have your silly ones like Anna creating her own merchant company, trying to move in on Commander Anna's territory. So world building like that is pretty cool. I like it. It brings a little bit more to the game than just the collecting and PvP aspect. Yeah. What else? What was the other ones? Yeah, Emerin. Emerin was the whole Queen's things. Anna is her own little merchant guild and stuff. Sairi and Kiria. So I'm also like that they're injecting the Tokyo Mirage Sessions characters into this game. Like we had they mentioned Itsuki before. This time they mentioned Itsuki again, Itsuki and Tsubasa, and now they're introducing. They have Kiria interacting with Sairi, and the Sairi interacting with Hinoka, because you know Sairi has this whole samurai aspect to her, so her whole Japan not Japan thing, and of course Hoshido is Japan not Japan, so they have similar backgrounds, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool the way they're doing it. And then Kiria is playing about the Bushido and the way of the samurai to Sairi. So yeah, I like that they're like expanding on the world and having characters that you would never see interact with each other. Like for example, in Diana, you have Nezala coming into the story, and Fjorm. Fjorm gets added a lot to a lot of the forging bonds, and I like Fjorm, so I don't mind. But yeah, that little bit of world building, I enjoyed. I think they should do more of that in the main story proper, and not just the forging bonds. Sometimes they do a little bit in Tempest Trials, like for example during the Adrift banner, where you have like legendary Azura interacting with Kid Zora. So yeah, those kind of things is what I want to see more of the game, like the side stories of characters of different worlds interacting with each other. What else? What else is there? Like, man, getting a lot of nothing. But yeah, this is the first time we got in like a mythic hero that is not at the beginning of the book. Like both Air and Peony what were at the beginning of the book, because you know they were joining you as the character for that book. But last time we had like the midpoint was that big ooh, this is bad. That big uh video that they made of Leaf and Alphonse fighting, and right before we found out that Leaf was Alphonse from another world. But we didn't get like a mythic hero in the middle of that book. So this is kind of new. And Mirabilis being a defensive mythic hero. Okay, so we got Syri. I like Syri. Although I will say probably not the best unit for you to go after for merges. Her weapon has a conditional distance counter, but the problem with her is her defense is really low, and this is a minus defense, so her defense is going to be really low. But if you're going to build Syri, you're probably better off building Fear, because while Syri has way more attack than Fear does, she does have Fear does have the Wood Owl effect and the Slaying effect on her weapon, the Nameless Blade. Both of them are the same type, high speed, high attack, high res, low defense. Syri obviously has more stats, so at plus 10 she'll have more stats, but I think you would be better off just building Fear. Syri does have this encounter in her weapon, like I said, and Fear would have to run her in her A slot. But both of them have cooldown -1, so both of them can run like Rupture Sky. And yeah, both of them can run Rupture Sky on a 1-turn cooldown. Both of them can run Time Pulse to make sure they have it instantly at the beginning of combat and then get hit and proc it again. But I do believe that on the long run, like, just building Syri is way too expensive, and you get a lot of usage out of the same way that you're going to be using Syri by just using Fear. Nevertheless, I am glad I got it, and I'm just going to summon this colorless because I already broke my pity rate, so it's only 3 orbs. But yeah. What else is there? We do get Emblem as a free hero if you complete the quest, which I already did, so I got both. They give you 2 4-stars Emblem, which I wish it was a 4-star and a 5-star, but I guess we'll have to 5-star one. She does have decently offensive stats. She's pretty fast, I believe. I think she's 32, 34 offensive stats. I'll have to double check. I only saw him like once with the data mine, so I might be wrong on the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure she has really good offensive stats. So she might be good to build. Like, infantry units infantry healers are pretty good. She's kind of like Mikoto. Mikoto was the name I was forgetting of the queens. Okay. We don't need that many, so we'll just expand for a little bit. We only need 8, so we'll probably have to do it one more time. Or 2 more times. But yeah, and she's gonna be added to the 3 or 4-star pool when the legendary banner drops at the end of this month. So she will be available as a 3 to 4-star in that banner and from that banner on forward. And Mirabilis should also be in that banner, as well as whatever the brand new legendary for that month is gonna be. And speaking of Mirabilis, here she is. Alright, so we got one copy of her. And this is a plus speed minus res. Not really the best stats because she's very min-max for being a defensive. Lots of defenses and lots of attack, low HP and low speed. So plus speed is not really that useful. So we might just merge this one into our neutral one, or we might keep both of them just for the to run to Mirabilis. I mean, she gives res, so she's similar to Sothis for what Sothis does on Dark Season. Although I do like my teams to be like hyper defensive, have lots of defense on Astra and Anima because that's what most teams are. They're mostly physical, and you can stall out a lot by just running defensive heroes. And again, we'll summon this colorless. It's only 3, and it will help me get closer to 40, just in case we only get 3 heroes to summon the next one. And there's Birion. And we'll have to extend again one more. I just don't feel like cleaning my barracks at the moment. Alright, and we can summon 4. So we'll summon 4. This will keep our PD rate at 3%, so we don't need to summon any further than this. Here's Mordecai. But yeah, I was definitely not expecting to summon on any banner until the legendary at the end of the month, depending on what we get. But here I am summoning again just because there is a mythic, and being able to get it, that mythic, having that chance to get that guarantee one is not something I wanted to pass up. It's just, her weapon is insane, giving debuffs from very far away and being able to debuff units by dancing, and then that unit debuffs whatever's in front of them, and the enemy debuffs whatever units is behind them. So it's pretty insane the amount of debuffing you can do with her weapon. Plus she's still a dancer, so it opens up the dance slot. Thought it was going to be the 5-star Altina, the only 5-star unit that you can get in the game that's also a 4-star. Alright, so let's get our second Mirabilis right here. We didn't get a single Mustafa though, like the 4-star. That kind of sucked. I wanted him just for collection purposes. I mean, he's still just a high attack, high defense, lowish res, low speed. So like Echidna is still better. Like to me, Echidna is the best between Mustafa, Ross, and her. Alright, and we got her right here. And we'll expand just because I don't feel like doing anything right now. And that is it. We pretty much spent almost all our tickets exactly to get here. And we get 5 tickets in login on the first, right up front, and then you get the 4 tickets from Fortune Bonds. So we spent all our tickets, we summoned, we got everything exactly what we wanted. And that is it. So that is it for this summoning session. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.